Harvey's Curbside to Go means you can experience quality anywhere. Call in and pick it up on your way home without leaving your car. No cooking, no cleaning, just dinner. Harvey's, a difference you can taste.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Good morning. Happy Labor Day out there to you. Happy Monday as well. Hope you had your cup of coffee this morning. Maybe you're getting it ready and waking up with us here on Mississippi Live Weather. Again, I am meteorologist Maggie McCauley, and thankful that you're tuning in this morning. It looks like it's going to be a good Labor Day out there for us. Maybe a few showers in the mix as well. So let's get into it. Here's a look, more of a regional to national view of Mississippi Live radar. Seeing showers out there close to us, but not here in North Mississippi. Seeing those stretching really from Omaha into Missouri, also sitting into places like Arkansas as well. I'm going to zoom in and show you where we're actually tracking the closest ones to us. Again, pretty close, but not across the state just yet. We're really tracking these in places like Arkansas. You can see those showers trying to track in closer across the Mississippi River in places like eastern Arkansas, trying to push into northwest Mississippi. Overall, though, right now, most of us sitting very, very dry this morning out there and out the door for your Labor Day. If you do have any plans, I think you're good to go at least this morning. I think a lot of us good to go this afternoon as well. Temperatures right now in the 60s across the board, as you can see here, 61 in Houston, 61 down in Euphoria, 61 in Starkville, 63 in Louisville, all of us sitting really near 60 this morning. So a great start if you're headed out, maybe stepping outside. Still a nice cool morning out the door for us. Here's a look at your Labor Day forecast. If you got any plans this morning, temperature is going to be rising through the 60s. By your lunchtime, we're going to be sitting in the 80s, the low 80s. And this afternoon, a warmer afternoon, near 90 degrees across the board. That is average for this time of year, though, as we head into September. About a 10% chance this afternoon, 10 to 20% chance as we head later in the afternoon. Rain chances, again, do come back this afternoon, very sparse in nature. However, take a look at Futurecast. This really goes all the way into Wednesday. And can you see the rain just going on and off there? I'm going to play it one more time for you. So check this out. This is your Labor Day forecast. Again, few showers out there this afternoon. I'm going to go ahead and step to this side. Take a look at this as this just plays out through Wednesday. You can see North Mississippi just seeing clouds, rain, clouds, rain, kind of spotty, isolated showers. That's going to be the story all the way through your Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning looking a little bit more widespread than most, but that's not the story through the back half of the day. So that's the story as we head into the start of your work week, isolated to scattered downpours all the way through midweek. So not the greatest news, but hey, I think today is mainly going to be dry. So that's some good news out there. Here's a live look over in Aberdeen. Nice conditions out there. A few clouds in the mix as well. Temperatures near 60. So overall, again, a really great start to your Labor Day. As we head over the first 12, temperature is going to be rising again through the 80s, back into the 80s and upper 80s, near 90 this afternoon. And then we throw in a bit of a better rain chance into your later afternoon and early evening hours. I'm going to be tracking it all out for you. Some of us having a better chance than others at seeing a passing downpour today. So coming up in the next 60, I will be tracking out who's going to be seeing the best rain chance this afternoon. And then we'll take it hour by hour. If you got any Tuesday or Wednesday plans, I'm going to be tracking the latest Futurecast, taking you hour by hour again each afternoon and morning of when you can expect rainfall all the way through Wednesday. And then, of course, I'll have the latest look at your 7-day forecast. We'll talk about that all-important weekend forecast coming up.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lawpon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lawpon has proven himself trustworthy.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, back from the Room to Room Weather Center. Thanks again for joining in with us. Let's take you over the next 7 days, what you can expect for your week ahead. Here's a look starting with right now, Mississippi Live radar. You can see no rain really here in North Mississippi. However, it doesn't take long to see some. You can see it over in places like West Memphis, Northeast Arkansas, getting in on some of those downpours right now. And that's catching that from the radar site all the way down in Columbus. So a little bit of a heavy downpour going on in places like Wynn, Forest City, Earl, over on 40, seeing some rain. Again, that's not too far from us, but here in North Mississippi, we're just tracking some dry conditions out the door this morning. Here's more of a national view. Again, you can see that rain extending from Missouri down into Arkansas, trying to push over the Mississippi River right now. I think we won't see that really until this afternoon across the board, and not everybody seeing that as well. Airport delays right now. If you're headed out for your Labor Day weekend, maybe you know folks catching some flights out there as well, maybe heading back home or heading other places. Looking at no delays really across the majority of the major airways nationwide. So that's some good news out there for your Labor Day holiday. Here's some also good news. Look at this. I'm going to step out the way. Y'all know y'all want me to anyway. Look at these beautiful conditions so you can get a full look at this over in Amory. Beautiful sunrise going on right now. Just enough clouds to make it really pretty out there. Of course, if you have a good picture of the sunrise from where you live, make sure to download the Mississippi Live Weather app and send it to us right there on the app. You might even get on an on-air shout out. It's just really nice out there across the board. As we head over the next few hours, temperature is going to be going through the 70s. So middle 70s by your 9 o'clock hour. Upper 70s by 10, back in the 80s before noon today. About a 10% chance for your morning hours. That turns into about a 20% chance by your afternoon. So overall, 20% chance of seeing an isolated shower out there today. Temperature is going to be near 90 into your afternoon for the most part. Again, a few showers out there could help to cool some things down. It's not going to be too hot, but we're used to those nice conditions we saw last week. We're going to be around average today. Here's a look latest hour by hour. Now, I'm going to track you from today all the way through Wednesday. So hang in there with me, okay? We're going to be seeing rain this afternoon, and then it becomes a little bit more widespread Tuesday into Wednesday. So I'm going to track this future cast all the way out there through Wednesday for you so you can know what it's looking like and when you need to be packing the umbrella. Here is this morning. Again, we're still watching those showers, really still sitting in places like Arkansas over the next few hours, trying to cross over into northwest Mississippi by noon. Maybe a passing shower does make it over, but the majority of us, you can see, stay very dry all the way through noon. Not the same story into your afternoon. You can see a little bit more activity starts to pop up, mainly across the Mississippi and Alabama state line. That's where I'm really watching the majority of activity happen this afternoon and early evening. So places like Amory, Red Bay, Hamilton, Vernon, Columbus, Macon, Aliceville, you have the best chance of seeing a passing shower or two. Now, I think a lot of us stay dry. It's that type of situation where you might get a shower in your backyard, but your neighbor across the way doesn't. This is what I'm talking about for your Monday. So passing isolated showers at best out there by the afternoon. Overall, a lot of us stay very dry even as we head overnight. Different story for Tuesday and Wednesday. So now we're into Tuesday morning at 6:30. Maybe a few showers out there, but not looking like a washout for your Tuesday morning commute. Maybe you're getting back to work out there for Tuesday. However, I'd pack the rain gear because we're looking at more isolated to scattered activity as we head noon and on Tuesday. So a little bit better chance across the board, not just for the Mississippi Alabama state line. All of North Mississippi has a good chance of seeing a scattered downpour or two as you're headed into your Tuesday afternoon and evening. Let's go into Wednesday because I'm watching this. Some models have it a little bit more widespread than others for Wednesday. This one's a little bit on the widespread side. Overall, it looks like a lot of us going to be seeing a wet morning commute for your Wednesday morning. If you're headed out Wednesday early around 6, 7 a.m., I encourage you to make sure you have that rain gear handy. You're probably already going to be seeing ongoing rainfall and wet roadways anyway. Here's the good news, though. That really looks to pass throughout your mid-morning hours, and by noon, I think a lot of us look to actually sit pretty dry out there, really drying out for the day on Wednesday. Can't rule out maybe a few showers trying to be left behind after that majority of rain passes through. But I think a lot of us on the back half of Wednesday actually look to end it on a drier note. So that's some good news. That's the rain chance today all the way through Wednesday. After Wednesday, this is what we're going to be talking about yet again, your temperature outlook as we head really into the second week of September. So this is the 7th through the 11th. Go ahead and give me a little preview out there. It's actually looking to still sit below average temperatures are. So nice. Can't complain if you like those more fall-like conditions. This isn't just here in North Mississippi. You can see this kind of below average trend creeps into North Mississippi. It actually starts more up to our north. Overall, we are looking to sit at least a little bit below average over the extended period. Also, something that we're tracking and watching is the tropics. This tropic development chance last week had about a 20% chance over the next 7 days. I told you they might track it up, and they did. Now it has a medium chance, which is about a 40% chance of development over the next 7 days. This is what they're watching. You can see kind of this disorganization system coming off the coast of Africa. This is what they're watching that could be moving into this orange blob over the next 7 days and kind of getting its act together. So we're going to be watching it, giving you the latest again, morning by morning, evening by evening on this chance. This is very in its early stage, but go ahead and giving you a look of what we're watching because our activity during this hurricane season is really looking to peak over the next week. That's when we usually see the most named storms and the most hurricanes as well as we head over the next few weeks and really into September in general. So that's why we're watching, keeping our eyes very closely on the tropics over the next few weeks. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. 90 expected today. Again, about a 20% chance of rain. We track it up to a 40 for your Tuesday. 30 for Wednesday, mainly for the morning hours. That's why I kept that at a 30. Might be a little bit more widespread in the morning, but not necessarily throughout the rest of your day. So about a 30% chance for Wednesday. 80s expected Tuesday and Wednesday with those rain and clouds sticking around. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, totally different story. Nice conditions actually sticking around, dry conditions as well. 80s Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're actually watching a few cold fronts come in by the end of the week. Not necessarily bringing any rainfall, but bringing some cooler than average conditions. So really can't complain at that. It's looking like a nice next weekend shaping up for us. So that's some good news. Make sure to stick with us. We'll have our next newscast or our next live cast at 7:30 a.m. I'll give you that final check of the forecast this morning. So you're going to want to check in. And then Matt and Gabe will be live for you at 5, 6, and 10 from the Room to Room Weather Center. Stick with us. I'll be back at 7.
Growing up, Gabe was naturally curious when he began to discover weather. Gabe just didn't want to know what was happening, but he wanted to know why it was happening. Gabe became fascinated with tornadoes and it impacted his life. He wanted to pursue a career in meteorology. Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.